We all know we should be eating a lot more greens, and let's face it, green smoothies and green salads get a little bit boring. So I'm going to show you a delicious way to make a green omelette, and instead of serving it with bread, I'm going to serve it with some low carb wraps. It's absolutely delicious. Now, to make the green egg omelette, I'm going to use a food processor because it makes it so much easier to mix everything together. I've just pre-blanched some spinach. All that is just some good old English spinach, 2 bunches of English spinach, and then I've washed it and placed it in some boiling water. Once the water comes back up to the boil, I've removed the spinach and then drained it really well. And you can see how much it cooks down, but this is where we're going to get all our nutrients. So into the food processor, just break it up a little bit. And now for some herbs to make this a super green omelette. Some chives just for a light, mild onion flavour. We only need about half a bunch. We can use the rest as a garnish. And we'll pop that into the food processor. And you can add any soft herb you like for this. Chervil works nicely, some tarragon. I'm using the good old classic herbs that you can find from all your supermarkets. Some flat leaf parsley. I don't mind leaving a few of the stalks on. There's so much flavour in it. And some basil. So a few little leaves of basil. Now for some creaminess, I love the addition of cottage cheese. It's really light and mild and great for you too. You could also use ricotta for this recipe. And I need about 2 tablespoons, so this makes enough for 2 people. And now I'm going to blitz this with a little bit of salt and some fresh pepper. Lid on, and I'll make a really rough paste before I start to add 4 eggs. Okay, now I've just added the 4 eggs and I'm just combining it until it makes a thick omelette style batter. Ah, that's absolutely perfect. See that? See how it's really thick and vibrant in colour? The egg essentially is going to act as the glue for all those gorgeous greens that we've added. Now I'm going to turn the heat on a non-stick pan, just a medium to high heat. You don't want it to be too hot. If it's too hot, we're going to get rubbery eggs and we don't want that. Now I'll add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the pan and just drizzle it around. And now we can add our eggs. So I'll just take the blade out, so it's nice and safe. And then we'll add half of this mixture. So we'll start placing it into the pan, and then just with the back of a spatula, spread it out so it's as thin as a crepe. So because this is quite thin, it sets really easily. And you know it's ready to turn when you give this a bit of a shake and it detaches from the bottom, just like you were making crepes. That is perfect. Now I want this to be a little bit sticky on the top because I'm going to get my low carb wrap now, and this is going to go on top. This is going to stick now, which is fantastic for presentation. Now what I want to do is flip this. So I'll just grab a plate and then we'll pop it on and just do it with confidence. Ha-ha, perfect. And now we're ready to fill it. Now you can fill this with whatever you want, but because I'm making this a really healthy, low carb option, a little bit of smoked salmon works a treat, and it goes with the spinach and the basil. Now I'll add a few slices of smoked salmon, and I want to do this on just half of this omelette, along with a few extra fresh herbs, some parsley, and some basil, just a few little leaves here and there. And now because these low carb wraps are really flexible, it's going to be quite easy to fold this crepe omelette over. Perfect. Now I just want to warm it up on the other side so we get a beautiful golden colour. So we're going to return this to the heat and warm it up for about 1 minute on each side. Now the wrap is toasted on both sides, so we can carefully take it out of the pan, pop it on the plate. That looks so good, and you would never know that that is super healthy for you. Have a look at this wrap. See how it's stuck and almost has become part of the omelette. This is a really fun way to make healthy food interesting.